Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, you've handed us a stack of sources on something we all see and probably ignore way too often,
Yeah.
the humble rock chip.
Yeah.
And we're not just talking about a little cosmetic flaw here. We're talking about the actual foundational integrity of your car.
Exactly.
So our mission today is to really get into this and figure out, when does a tiny little ding cross the line and become a real structural risk?
And why waiting on it can turn a simple, cheap fix into, well, a four-figure expense.
Especially with all the new tech in cars today.
Oh, absolutely. And what's fascinating here is that the window for that cheap fix it's often measured in hours, not days. Things you wouldn't even think about, like where you live, can basically decide how long that chip has before it just spiders out.
Okay, let's unpack that then.
Yeah.
If you're looking at your windshield and you see the new chip, what are the immediate red flags, the things that signal real danger?
Well, there are three key things we look for. First, just pure size. Anything larger than a quarter is just inherently unstable.
Larger than a quarter. Got it.
Yep. Second is location. If it's near the edge of the windshield, say within 2 inches or so, that's a huge risk zone
Why the edge specifically?
because that's where the glass flexes the most as the car body moves. And the third is the driver's direct line of sight.
Right, and that's not just because it's annoying to look at.
No, not at all. Think about where your defroster vents are. They are constantly blasting hot or cold air right onto that spot, causing these rapid temperature changes that just stress that impact point over and over.
So it's a thermal accelerator. That makes perfect sense. And that kind of leads us right into the environmental side of things. If you live somewhere with those wild temperature swings,
Yeah.
a hot day, then a freezing night, how does that cycle actually work on the chip?
It's like a powerful little wedge. The glass expands in the heat, contracts in the cold, and it's constantly pulling at that weak spot.
Right.
But the real enemy is moisture.
Yeah.
If any water from rain or even a car wash gets into that little fissure and then freezes,
It extends.
it expands and forces the glass apart. You've essentially installed a tiny hydraulic pump right inside your windshield. It's pretty much a guarantee it's going to spread.
So what are the visual cues? How do you know it's starting to go?
You'll see these tiny little hairline cracks, almost like little legs, starting to radiate out from the chip, even just a few millimeters long. Or the whole chip might start to change shape, becoming more like a star.
And sometimes you can actually hear it, right? I've heard sources mention a faint cracking sound when you hit the defroster or a big pothole.
Yes, that's the sound of the glass structure actively failing under stress. If you hear that, it's already too late for a simple repair.
And that's where the money comes in.
This is where it really hits your wallet. A professional repair is what, maybe $50 to $150?
And it's often covered by comprehensive insurance, sometimes with no deductible.
Exactly. They want you to fix it. But if you wait, you're looking at a full windshield replacement. That starts around $250, but can easily go past $1,000.
And here's the kicker for anyone with a newer vehicle. If your car has AX, the lane keeping assist, automatic braking.
All those cameras in the windshield.
Right. When you replace that glass, all those systems have to be recalibrated. That single step can add another $300, sometimes $800 to the final bill.
It's a huge hidden cost.
So for people getting this done, or even for shop owners listening,
Yeah.
let's talk about what a proper repair looks like. It's not just resin, right? The vacuum is key.
The vacuum is non-negotiable. A pro will create a vacuum seal over the damage to pull out every last bit of air and moisture before injecting the resin.
Why is that so critical?
Because this isn't about appearance, it's about structural integrity. The windshield provides up to 60% of a car's strength in a rollover.
60%. That's incredible.
It is. And it's also what the passenger side airbag braces against when it deploys. If there are tiny air pockets left in that repair, which is what happens with most DIY kits, the strength isn't restored and the crack can just keep going right under the surface.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? If you spot damage that's quarter-sized or anything near the edge of the glass, call your insurer right away. They want to cover the prevention because it saves everyone the enormous cost of replacing that crucial piece of safety equipment.
It's just the smartest and safest choice. Which leaves me with one final thought.
Go for it.
Considering the windshield's role in keeping the roof from crushing you and making sure your airbags work correctly, how often do we all drive around overlooking damage that directly compromises our most vital safety systems? Something to think about next time you see that little star in your glass.